I am pretty excited today because this modification that I'm about to show you probably works for 99% of the people who watch this channel. Now that might be an overinflated estimation, but I've got an idea that it will work for quite a lot of you. Now picture this, you go to a show, you go to an event, you're having a great time, you want to stay over, but the show caddy hasn't got the capacity to let you stay over. There's no ability for you to make the show caddy just into a camper. I mean, you can throw a bed in the back and maybe a blow-up mattress and a camping stove, but it's not really the epitome of comfort, is it? Or you've got a work caddy and at the weekends you want to go fishing in it, but you've got to take all your work stuff out, you've got to mess about with it. Once again, you can just put a bed, a mattress and some camping stuff in there, and that's it. But this modification that I'm about to show you from M.C.S Campers could literally turn any caddy, and I'm talking any caddy, into a camper. So you could go to the show, you could go to work, at the weekend you could go out with your mates, you could go to an event, and your caddy could be a camper that you could stay in. Now how good does that sound? So let's get over to Mike at M.C.S Campers, show you around his setup, and I've got a special caddy there that I'm going to show you around as well to prove my point around turning any caddy into one of the most exquisite campers you've probably ever seen in your life. Bold plane. You don't get nowhere in life like not making bold planes. I'll catch you in a minute. And here we are, we're in Ormskirk, we're with M.C.S Campers, and we're with another person who you may have seen on the channel. He features quite heavily on this channel, but it's our mate Des. So we're going to walk you around Des's van, which you may have seen on Ultimate Stance, but you did get a little bit of a sneak peek of it on the Motorist Meet video. And then we're going to show you around mine and show you how you can make a maxi, short wheelbase, into a camper. Show you all the different configurations that Mike has available, from U-shape to fixed to removable. And then if you have a Caddy Maxi Life, short wheelbase caddy, you can turn any caddy into a camper by speaking to Mike from M.C.S. Mike, just give the people watching this the kind of the rundown of where you got the idea from, where this all started, and how this full system came about, please, mate.
Yeah, so I started out with an older Berlingo. It was a 2003 Berlingo. It was just a runabout car, and it was basically just me and my wife wanted to go away on holiday for the week, so I made a very, very basic fold-out bed, and we went away in Cornwall for the week. We had the best time, and we just kind of fell in love with it. Whilst we were there, a guy who also owned a Berlingo had a look inside, and he was the same as us. He just fell in love with the idea, and we ended up buying my bed off me whilst I was on holiday. So that's kind of where the idea came from. I built another one, and we used it more and more, and the same thing happened when we were away. Another gentleman came up to us and kind of showed interest and bought it off us, so that's where the business stemmed from, really, from us.
So it was at that point that you just thought, we're onto something here? Yeah,
so I had the template for a Berlingo, so I made 3 up, made them in my dining room, punched holes in the floor, drilled, etc., and put them on Facebook, and they all sold within a week. So we kind of I threw my name out there in a couple of the groups, said that I make these boxes, and yeah, it just started to escalate from there, really.
And why did you go from the Berlingo to the Caddy? Now, I've got my own theory about this.
So the Berlingo, it was the van that kind of got me on the ladder, but it was never a cool van. You buy a Volkswagen because they're cooler, they look better, there's more parts out there to kind of modify them. Yeah. There's a massive Volkswagen scene with the transporters, but the Caddies are growing more and more, and I don't think a lot of people realise that you can go away in them. People automatically go, I want a transporter, yeah, whereas you look at Desi's over here, if you look at mine, look at yours, you can go away in them. Absolutely. You can have a weekend away, you can have a week away in them. So yeah. Let's
go and see Desi's, because I think Desi's, to be fair, is perfect example for a bit of a show van to show your product and how it can be used and utilised.
And this was Desi's design. So Des approached me asking for a bed. and he said I wanted a slatted bed, but he wanted a pull-out drawer, etc. So it was a lot of his inspiration, and then we just kind of put it together for him. But Des was involved in the build of that, which we really liked.
And we all know Des is very particular. So
yes,
let's go
very. Hopefully it matches. I'm up to the speed, up to the block with it.
It's made up with it.
Cool.
Let's go and have a look at your van.
Sure, yeah.
So Mike, the big difference or the big thing with these pod systems that you designed is that you can have these fixed or removable. Now Des's is a fixed system.
Yes.
So do you just want to run us through what that means?
Yeah, so Des wanted something that he was never going to take out. This is solely a camper van, so it's not going to be a work van. This is his show pony. This is what he goes away in, okay? So with this, we've created a slatted bed, so that is fully closed at the minute. That extends out. You've then got a side cushion there that then acts as part of your double bed, okay? It's also split so that Des wanted this so that you could have it as kind of a modular interchangeable system, so you could have it as a lounger, kind of L shape, and also bring it out as the full bed, okay? The main thing for him was he didn't have anywhere to cook properly, so the bed before didn't have a pull-out drawer. So with this, we kind of took inspiration off his old bed and we managed to change a few things around and then make it so he had a pull-out drawer essentially to cook out of. So you can see here he's already loaded it up. The man with many things, but he's got lots of things in here, so all of his Tassimo, all of his camping gear, cooking, etc. And then he also wanted a tabletop as well. Again, I'll get this in. I'll get this in. This is a very nice one.
Very nice.
But yeah, so
don't chop anything on that.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
But this kind of acts as a work surface, you know, if you just generally, you know, when you're out and about. And it also houses his cooker. And underneath, we also made him another drawer here with all of his cutlery, you know, hot chocolates, etc. Plus there's another one here. I won't open this up just because he's got his tea on there. But again, we've kind of maximised as much storage as possible so that, and organise your life. That's one thing that I've kind of strived on in my business. I love organisation because there's nothing worse turning up to a campsite and everything's everywhere. Everything's in shopping bags. Everything rolls around when you're driving. This is my idea of perfection, organisation. You can just pull up and get everything out.
Absolutely. I think most of the people are going to want to know, how do you set it up into a bed?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Des wanted a modular system, so both of these legs are separate, so one there and one there that comes out like so, and that extends all the way out, and both of these cushions slide down.
And that is it.
And that's your double bed.
That is seconds. Like that is probably quicker than my rock and roll bed.
Yeah.
Yes, and talk us through how comfy it is. You're getting a good night's kit.
Very. Basically, it's not just about the comfort of it, because the way I wanted it was to be lower than my current bed, because the current bed was out of the transporter, but now I've got a lot more head height. Even when I'm sitting in it, I don't have to hunch over. It's got premium foam in it as well, so normally I put a topper on there, but with this foam I don't need to. It's really comfy, and it, like I said, you can see how quick it goes away, and it's the same going back.
And you've got somewhere to sit then as well.
And I've got, but the way I wanted it as well is to the two separate, so when I've got the dog, I can just pull one half out and I have a piece that just goes on here, and it acts a bit like a corner seating as well.
Yeah. I think for me, personally, the big issue with a Caddy for camping is when the weather's a little bit inclement, what else do you do? Because there's not really a seating space in a Caddy, is there?
No.
When you have a crafter or the transporter, at least you've got somewhere where you can sit. But now, with this design, you've actually got somewhere you can sit and chill if the weather isn't the greatest. And that, for me, is the big difference. Mike, to be fair, you have solved the issue of when the weather's a bit bad, what do you do?
Yeah.
With this, you can actually sit in the Caddy and chill. And let's have a look at this. That foam looks
so
looks lovely.
Again, we managed to find the green tartan. Des has gone with a green theme. He's got green tartan inserts in the front.
Obviously to match everything, so the headlining, the cushions, the door, everything, it follows through with this. So this is why I went purposely to Mike to get this system, because it's built to exactly how I wanted it.
Perfect.
Everything's tied in nicely.
Yeah, it's wicked. It's really nice units. These
And obviously Mike
really
has
good,
also
yeah.
made me this. This was in beforehand, so I wanted a bit of storage as well, and a bit of somewhere to put all my nooks and crannies. And you know, obviously, every little bit of space is. It's a micro camper, so you've got to, you know, make use of the space as much as possible. So every little bit's in here, you know, your bits and bobs, your cups, your knick-knacks and what have you. And it also, you know, I can put my computer on there, or just little bits and bobs really. So
I
that
think
went
this is
in
why
first.
me and Des get on so well, because we're both sticklers for organisation. He's the one man who's got everything, and even when we go to the meets, everyone asks, I haven't got this, Des has it. So
yeah,
he is the man with everything.
If it's not in the van, it's up on roof.
That is true. So this is what you would consider a fixed system.
Yes. Yeah.
So for the people who don't necessarily want a fixed system, what have we got for them?
Come with me.
Let's go over it. So Mike, this is the removable U-shaped pod.
Yes.
You just want to run us through this, and then, like I say, the difference with these from Des's is that Des's is a maxi, and mine's a short wheelbase.
Yeah. So these pods can be used in the short wheelbase and the maxi vans. With Des's, which you've just seen, it is a little bit more customised to being a camper. A lot of people don't have that luxury, you know, they use the vans for work, etc., or they don't want it as a full camper. You know, space is a premium in these vans. So
absolutely.
These pods are removable, okay? So that's how it comes. If you were to order one for your Caddy, it comes fully assembled as it is now with the cushion set, okay? So what we'll do, me and Des can throw it into the back of the van and show you exactly how to set it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's
Cool.
do that. Before you're putting this in, Mike, what does this roughly weigh?
So the approximate weight's about 80 kg. It's about 3.5 sheets of ply.
So
all
it's
in all.
probably better for health and safety reasons to get two people.
Oh, absolutely. This is a two-man job to install.
Yeah.
Once it's in the van, it can be done on your own, but to fit it into the van, it's a two-man job.
80 kg, Des? What, are you bench pressing 80 kgs?
Yeah, well, one side.
Good lad. Right, let's get it in the van.
So yeah,
see how easy
don't forget
it is.
you got grab handles on one side
All right,
here.
okay. Oh yeah, perfect.
So you got your grab handles
Grab at the bottom.
underneath.
Yeah.
Bend
Okay.
from the knees, yeah.
Bend from the knees, keep your back straight.
That's it, health and safety wise.
So once it is in the van, there is two little winders at the back. So if you want to, you can wind them out and it will actually pinch into the van and it'll stop it from moving about.
Okay.
Again, this is more so if you've not got any seats in the van. It can obviously, when you brake, the unit can shoot forward. So if there's seats in the back, it will kind of stop itself from moving. But yeah.
The good thing with this though is that's one thing to highlight really, is that this is fitting in here with the Touran conversion to the back of it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So if you have got a Touran conversion in a short wheelbase Caddy, you can still have one of these pod units.
Yeah, and you don't need to remove the seats. They don't need to come out. So we'll show you now how to set it up as a seating area and bed with the seats still installed. So once the pod's in the van, you start by folding the rear seats down. These are the Touran ones, so they're all two-piece, aren't they?
Yeah.
Once you've done that, you can then come to the side, bring the top board out. This is all connected. Once you've got to that point, it can then be slotted into the headrest, or you can lean it up against the seats. That sets your reclining angle for your seating area, okay? So, cameraman, come to the back of the van. Right, so it's almost set up as a seating area. This comes out, you've got a table leg that comes supplied. Pop that into its base. You've also got a base on the table itself. That just slots straight in.
That's really cool.
And there you go, there is your seating area.
And that just looks like, obviously we've got to put the cushions in,
Yeah.
but that just looks like it's pretty much set up.
So to then top it off, we've also put in a pull-out cooker drawer. So pop that on its clasp. That can house a cooker, and then I'll pull your other camera out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we've created
Go this side here.
we've also created a storage drawer with a top lid as well.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'll take that out. So we've kind of designed it so that it will house the generic Halfords, Argos cookers. They will just lie in there. And then we added the flip shelves, and these will actually sit on here as well. So you can kind of use your cooking area to however you want. You don't have to you know, have the generic cookout on the shelf. You can leave this here, you can have another one there if you want, and then do your chopping, you know, butter your bread, whatever. Kind of creating as much versatility and just giving you that workspace. I found when you go camping, you need a table. Every time you go camping, you always need a table, and it always gets forgotten about. So these are just a kind of a makeshift pull-out where you can cook and at least not have your life disorganised when you're away.
Yeah, I like it. So weirdly, Mike hadn't actually seen the back of my Caddy, but this actually matches the design on my seats. At the minute, I don't really see, but you've got the bit of the hex there. So it actually matches my seats. And this isn't designed for me. This is just a generic model that Mike is using as a demo. But those cushions go in. I mean, this is real time once again. I'm not speeding this up or anything. And that's it.
So again, these are a 6-piece cushion set, and we do them in a range of colours. So as you saw in Dez's, we can do the green GTI tartan. With yours, I accidentally colour matched your Terran seats with the white hex. But again, at your Luke in my van, we do black hex, honeycomb, diamond stitch, all of that. So yeah, there's a lot of upholstery options to choose from. And yeah, this is with all the seating area set up now, so you can literally jump in.
If people have watched the channel recently, you will have seen that we got 7 people in the back of a short wheelbase Caddy. But I'm 6'4". Yeah, I'm gonna have to stoop a tiny little bit, but still, it's not ridiculously uncomfortable. And I think if I went further back here,
I was gonna say, if you recline yourself into the lounge, there you go.
Mate, I mean, I could probably actually just chill here like this, doors open, nice day. What better is there to do?
The bed equates to 180 centimetres in length, which, again, people might shoot me in the comments for this, but I think it's 5'10". I don't really work in inches, but I think it's about 5'10", 5'11". Okay. So it's about an average height, average length bed.
Yeah. Which, like I say, you know, not everyone is 6'4", but this is comfy. I like it. This for me is the perfect way to think. Right, I'm going to try camping. I'm going to buy a Caddy. I can use it as a car. I can use it as a work van. But I can also go camping in it in the weekend. I get the best of both worlds, and then I decide if I'm going to move up to a transporter or a crafter. It's just like dipping your toe a little bit, and everybody knows it's really good to dip your toe.
It's just how versatile they are. It's, you know, you can get anywhere in it. You know, it's like, obviously people with the crafters and the, you know, the transporters and things. You know, it's for the size of them, they're just so, like I say, it's how versatile they are.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree, Des. Des, they have got your seal of approval, M.C.S Campers, but let's see the bed setup in the short wheelbase Caddy. Is there anything, if you just want to run us through it, Mike, is there anything that we need to do and need to think about? I think with mine, it's going to be the front seats being moved forward because I'm 19 foot tall. Yeah,
so that's the case with all of the U-shapes in the short wheelbase Caddy. Both the front seats just need to be pushed forwards and reclined forwards. That'll then allow the the backboard to drop down flat as your bed. Okay. So, I don't know, do you want to time me?
Yeah, let's time you.
So, put your drawers away first. They can go straight in. And then the table actually acts as part of the bed. So once you've given that a wiggle off, that goes back in its home. Take that out, and then the side cushions act as part of the bed. Okay, there is a slot for this behind, but I'll leave it here for now, just whilst I set it up as a bed. So once you've done that, you can then push both seats forwards.
Push them forward.
And then rotate them, just a touch.
Rotate, go.
And then once they're all the way forwards, you can then drop it down. That'll support into the footwell.
And that's it.
There's your bed.
It's so quick. That's way quicker than my old system that I had. And this, once again, this is the comfort foam. It's nice and thick. I could envisage myself having a nice night's sleep on that.
And if you look in John's previous video at Ultimate Stance, I can now confirm these are load rated to about half a ton. We had about 7 people in the back of this thing.
7.
So yeah, if you go on to Ultimate Stance on John's videos on Caddy Boys, you'll see this pod has got about 7 people in it. So
it was, it really did withstand a bit of abuse, didn't it? Ultimate Stance, but that is That is absolutely, it's unbelievable.
I did want to mention as well, we have put a discount on the Caddy Boyz Facebook page. So,
okay, talk to me. What are we looking at here?
So, without blowing your trumpet too much,
we all like a discount, don't we? We like a discount. So, Mike, what are we talking about here? Caddy Boyz discounts.
So, John, I want to say that since meeting you, you've done loads for the group, the community. For me as a business, I really appreciate everything you do. So, what I've kind of decided as a business is we'll knock a £50 discount off any purchase through us. You have got to go on to Caddy Boyz and like and share their pages, their YouTube.
I like that.
That's just kind of a thank you from us anyway. So
mate, I appreciate
if we can give that back, we will. So yeah, if you order through the Caddy,
to be fair.
That's what the glasses are for. So you can see the tears.
Mine's because of the sun.
No, I appreciate that, and it's good because we do like to help out. Like small businesses, but it's not only that with Mike, to be fair. I'm going to blow his trumpet a little bit now, but Mike has been part of the group and come to the meets and come to the events and the shows, and I like that support side of it. If you're going to, as a business, if you want to come on to these things and you want us to advertise it, Mike's done it the most perfect way by becoming friends with us and coming out on our events. So yeah, perfect. Happy to do it, mate.
And it is definitely a community. I've been in quite a few Facebook groups, in other car, when I was into my cars, etc. This group for me, it is more like a community. Des started out as a customer, and I speak to you now most weeks. So we've become quite good friends. Same with yourself, John, and there's a couple of other lads within the group. So for me, it's a great community. No matter, you don't have to have a show van like Desi's, or you can, as long as you've got a caddy, you fit in.
You're in the group, aren't you?
You are, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's true about you, Des. You are an upstanding member of our community, I must admit. You're the one who gets more attention than
you're the poster girl.
You should do the YouTube. I should take a back seat, and it should just be Des's YouTube, because everybody comes over and talks to you. Nobody listens to me. This is the one that kind of started it with the caddies, isn't it, for yourself?
It is, yes.
And like I mentioned before, there's this little mountain bike bit. Where did that inspiration come from? Are you a big mountain biker?
I used to be. I'm not so much these days. I don't have the time. But yeah, I do still like to get on the bike every so often. But yeah, I mean, with this, we wanted something where we could still use it as a van, and if I went away on my own, I can have the bike inside the van. A lot of people do spend a lot of money on the bikes, thousands, so not everyone's comfortable leaving them in the awning if you've got one or outside. So we created it so you can push the bike in on this tray, and you can still sleep along one side. So essentially you've got a single bed and your bike's still inside, kept safe. And I mean, these are on runners that are rated to 120 kg. So it is literally a case of goes in and then pull it out. And I mean, they have got some weight to them. I wouldn't recommend doing this, by the way.
No.
There's no warranty. But yeah, I mean, they are pretty substantial runners.
Yeah.
The same runners are used on the kitchen pod as well. So again, they're nice and beefy runners. And it's just a simple way to be able to take your bike, cook and sleep. We call this the 3-piece. Obviously you've got 1, 2 and 3 at the back. Yeah. So that's what makes up the furniture. All of this does fold into a bed, which I can show you. Again, it doesn't take long. So if you remove that cushion, this is on a hinge, that folds, and the other cushion is down there, which I can show you as well.
Yeah. And that's it, and then that folds across.
And that all folds over as well.
Yeah. I mean, that is, I don't know about anybody else, but I had the comfiest night sleeps in my Maxi,
Yeah,
really,
and I mean, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just, I've kind of made it so that you can still use it inside. So when it is a bed, obviously the whole area is filled. However, it can be used in the daytime as a seating area. So if it is throwing it down or anything like that, you can still use it. But that's the full bed, and it is actually bigger than a conventional bed at home.
If I didn't have that big unit behind me seats, which houses all my van electrics, I would definitely have gone for that system instead, 100%. So I can still, even with the furniture as it is now, I can still get my mountain bike in there quite comfortably. And same again, instead of having it as a double bed, slightly smaller than a double, but I can still use it as a good single bed.
Yeah, I think yours is more accustomed to being able to use everything inside the van.
Yeah.
Obviously with mine everything's outside, whereas I think with yours you've got a bit more versatility. You can cook if you wanted to inside the van. If it is lashing it down, you can do that. So again, it's kind of swings and roundabouts with each setup.
Out of all of us,
I was just going to mention,
Mike's the only one with a tailgate.
I was lucky for so long.
yeah,
Lads, I want to say thank you very much for showing me around the vans today. It's been
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
thank you.
thank you.
Remember, what do people need to do?
Like,
and subscribe.
no, get it right. It's like, share,
Oh,
and
sure.
describe.
Like,
Describe,
share.
subscribe.
Subscribe.
We'll get it right, someone. Yeah, subscribe. No, thank you very much. And M.C.S Campers, links in the description. Caddy Boyz 50, you get £50 off. I think that's all we need to mention. That is it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have enjoyed the video and you want to like, share and subscribe, please do so. It costs nothing, even though it does cost Des and Mike stumbling over the words for a few seconds trying to get like, share and subscribe out. I say it quite regularly, but yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.